Alright, guys, so this is probably not going to be released today, but it will be released at some point this week. Definitely by Friday. Alright, so we got some good stuff today. Alright, so the Hall of Fame induction will be on Saturday. Michael Jordan will be representing Kobe. Now, what I love about MJ is, he's a private guy. You don't even see him in commercials right now. You see athletes, older athletes in commercials a lot. You don't see MJ. Because he's a private guy. And Kobe's death brought him to tears. That's what I love about this connection here. And, Kobe wanted to be like Mike, so this, is too fitting. I think it should have been him or Shaq to do it. And Shaq, had a history with Kobe, and they didn't really get along towards the end. So I think Jordan was more fitting. And Kobe didn't model his career after Shaq. He modeled it after Jordan. And Kobe paid it forward to an entire generation. An entire generation wanted to be like Kobe. They didn't want to be like Shaq. And, obviously there's other inductees. Obviously it's going to be centered around Kobe because KG and Tim Duncan didn't die. But I remember a couple years ago I heard a story that Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan were on an elevator, and because they cannot be more opposite than they are. And Tim Duncan was just they were on it. So two 6'10" guys on an elevator together. Tim Duncan's just staring straight ahead, and KG is talking trash, yelling at him the entire time. Yeah, that just shows their difference right there. KG's just yelling, trash talking, and Duncan's just staring. He was staring down at his rings. That's what you do. You use the two rings to cover your ears and can't hear you. Can't hear you there. That's hilarious though. It's they cannot be more different, Garnett and Tim Duncan. Alright, Alright, so, what was I talking about here? Was it the NBA playoffs again? Yeah, okay, so the Lakers might not have a play-in game, because, they could keep winning, and, right now they're half a game behind the Trailblazers. Dan Patrick today mentioned that the Sacramento Kings are on the brink of being eliminated, which would bring them to 15 straight seasons without making the playoffs, and 10 coaches during that time. Now, a lot of this is just draft mistakes and a poorly ran organization. Here are some of the mistakes they made over the years. Took Tyreek Evans over Steph Curry. Took Ben McLemore over Giannis. Bismack Biyombo over Klay Thompson. Thomas Robinson over Damian Lillard. Nick Stauskas over Zach LaVine. And Marvin Bagley over Luka. Just very, very poorly run organization there for the Kings. But the Lakers, very well run right now, and they could still avoid that play-in tournament if they keep winning. Alright, so this is a good question. Who is the most likely top 3 seed to bail out early? So let's see this. So we got Sixers, possibly. Nets. If Harden's back, so I'm I don't know. And he did well the other night, so I don't think they can bail out quick. Bucks is a maybe. I don't know if Giannis is still, not working in the playoffs. I don't know how he's going to do. So I'd say Sixers and Bucks are possible. I don't think they're as possible as actually the Jazz bowing out early. Aaron Judge just hit another home run, by the way. That's 2 today. But, the Suns can go out early. I mean, they're not very experienced. And I know Chris Paul, I've been praising him the entire time. But, I mean, I don't know. We don't know. I don't think the Clippers bail out early again. Because they've been playing more this year together than they were last year. So I don't think they bail out early this year. So I'd say Sixers or Jazz are your best bet. That's what I would say. Sixers or Jazz. Alright, so Udonis Haslem. He said last night, actually, that if he goes out, like if this is his last game, it's the perfect way to go out. Had he was out 3 minutes in, basically. But, he had 4 minutes, or 4 points in 3 minutes. 4 points in 3 minutes, you're on pace for... If he played 30 minutes, he'd be on pace for 40 last night. So, I don't know what he's doing on the bench. But, I don't know if that's a hint. Him saying, like... Yeah. No way. If this is his last game, I don't know if it's a hint or not, but... He's probably right. It would make too much sense. I mean, the guy's 40, so can't be there that much longer. But 4 points in 3 minutes. 4 points in 3 minutes. He's on pace for 40. So, alright. But I think it would be a fitting end. Okay. Alright, so the Lakers are possibly a playoff team. I think this could be like a very chaotic playoffs, I think it's just going to be crazy all around, I mean, especially with the Lakers, who are probably, if LeBron is back, if LeBron and AD are back, they are definitely going to be, I mean, they might not be the favorite because we don't know if LeBron's 100%, but they're going to be up there. So they're going to be one of the top bets at number 7, basically. Oh, they would play the Grizzlies now if the season ended today. It's changing. We got 2 more days in the regular season. 2 more days. So these last 2 days are critical. The Lakers have to get wins. If they want to, they could possibly avoid this play-in tournament, and I think it would be great for them too. Because, I mean, I think it would be really stressful. I think they would try to get LeBron back for the play-in game to make sure they're in the playoffs. So I don't know. It's going to be chaotic and it's going to be fun. I know that for a fact. Alright. So I was just thinking about the Astros today, isn't it really, that cheating scandal was a very, very bad moment for baseball. It really was. And, I mean, that was just a terrible, terrible display for them. But I was just thinking of the question, the Astros cheated and benefited from it. But they're still considered a competent team. So that's a positive from it. you know? But would you rather be considered incompetent, or be considered a cheater? I myself would rather be seen as incompetent, because at least I'm putting in an effort and not, at least I'm actually incompetent, and I'm kind of owning it, instead of, actually, cheating to be competent, because that will just lead people to believe that you are incompetent. You're really incompetent, but you were just cheating to, be competent. So I think, honestly, I'd rather be considered incompetent than a cheater. Because, I don't know. Because I think once you're considered a cheater, you're also considered incompetent. At least people that are incompetent, you don't see anyone accusing the Jets of cheating or anything, because the Jets are incompetent. But people accuse the Pats, because they were competent. So, being incompetent is not good, but it's better than being considered a cheater. Alright, so I told you I was going to get to the Pats-Bucks game today. Did I tell you that? I don't know. But the Pats-Bucks are going to play. And, by the way, in case you guys are confused about, the fact that some of the things I'm saying are, from, Friday, it's because I edited some of the stuff, and I'm kind of recording this on Friday right now. So, this will be out in, an hour or two. But, the Pats-Bucks, are on the schedule. That's by far the most expensive game. I think the lowest, I don't know, it's by far the most expensive game of the season. And, especially if Brady really has a chance at breaking the passing yards record during that game, I'm sure the Pats aren't going to be, mad about it. I'm sure they're going to congratulate him, because don't forget who got him there. Bill Belichick. So, I don't know. It's a Bucks win. The Bucks should win. But we'll see what's happening, during the season. Let's see how the first 3 weeks go. Maybe the Bucks aren't as good. Maybe the Pats are a lot better than we think. I would be shocked if the Pats were, better than the Bills, but I wouldn't be shocked if they beat out the Dolphins, maybe. I don't know. I would be shocked, but not too surprised. But, their roster surely isn't. That would just mean Tua has to go. Because that roster is way better than the Patriots, that Dolphins roster. But, can't wait to see that game. That'll be interesting. Alright, we're actually almost done here. So I saw a debate on the Dan Patrick Show. Someone called in, and she said she had, a debate with her husband about who the greatest football player of all time is. But it depends on, what you're asking. Accomplishments, accolades or statistics. Because, that's another debate for basketball. LeBron is far superior to Jordan in the statistical categories. That's not even a debate. He has Jordan beaten in basically every statistical category he can. Jordan has LeBron beaten about every accolade. LeBron has better playoff stats than Jordan, actually. And I think he has better clutch stats, too. But Jordan has more championships, more MVPs, and, just a more successful resume when it comes to accolades. So, obviously, accolades is Brady. But statistics could very well be Jerry Rice. He not only has, he has the NFL record for receptions, touchdowns, and receiving yards. Not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs. He has both records. He has the Triple Crown in both of those. He had 22 touchdowns in the season, which was later broken by Randy Moss, but, he has records that are,